The new Boom Beach update, the calm before the storm, just dropped on Tuesday, and with it we got a whole lot of QOL, bug fixes, overall improvements, general improvements, and so forth. Some new features as well. And then on top of that, we got a few extra things as well. And in today's video, I just want to talk about some of these newer, not necessarily newer features, but new additions that weren't originally in the notes for the new update, the calm before the storm. So there is 3 of them in particular in today's video that I will be talking about. If there are any more, please let me know in the comments below. But with that being said, let's do this. Good morning, good afternoon, and yes, good evening, Skull Army and friends. It's your boy, your friendly neighborhood SkullCrusher, coming right back at you with another Boom Beach video. And in today's video, we're going to talk about some newer additions to the update that just dropped. Now, the first thing that I want to point out here, and I'm sure most of you already caught on to this, is the intel counter. So we now have an intel counter on our task forces where it shows what your max capacity of intel could be and then what your current count of intel is. So right now in Sugar Ship, we are 2200 intel of 2300 potential intel. That 2300 is the max intel that we can have. So that's a nice little addition there. That wasn't in the original patch notes, which is why that's the first of 3 that I will be pointing out. So let's take a look. I mean, we've got the op running anyways. We might as well kind of take a look here. Let's go in for the scout. So while we're scouting here, let's just take a look at the health here. Actually, that's only about 1.5 mil. Let me just make sure I'm boosted, okay? Because we're going to go for the Machina solo here. And there's my statues. We're not boosted, so let's go find my sculptor and let's get that boost on. So now we are boosted, all right? Let's go back into Machina, take a look at that scout. But remember, scouting for this next feature that essentially weren't in the original patch notes, which is something you are able to do now, is, well, I'm going to show you in a second here. Once again, we know that we are at about 1.5 million on the health here for the power core. I'm going to go in with Bullet and Warriors as well. Let's go in for a Warrior solo. It's been a great day for the Warriors. And on top of that, I got to make sure that I have my taunt ability. So, oh no! First world problems. I got to go back to my main island. I got to go to my hero hut. I got to select Bullet. And then I got to switch energy drink to taunt. Or now, all you have to do is actually just tap your hero. So check this out. So my Bullet is currently loaded with energy drink. We're going to just tap, tap, tap-a-roo. We're going to tap Bullet. And look at that. There's the hero. There's the heroes. You can actually switch your hero as well. Maybe we want to use Brick. So now we've got Brick instead of Bullet. But again, we're going to go back to Bullet here, and we did have that drink selected. So now we're just going to move over to Taunt and select that. So now I've actually got my proper hero ability for the ability that I want to use on this Machina solo. So we're boosted. Once again, if you tap the hero, you can now actually change the hero ability while you are scouting. Keep in mind, you have to be scouting for this to work here. So again, Bullet, Taunt, select, and then exit out, and then you will now have your new ability instead of going back to the main island, locating your hero hut, and then switching whatever ability you have to the one that you want. So that's pretty cool. So remember, that's the second one. And might as well go in for a little bonus hit right here. 167 GBE. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so we're going to go probably up the middle here. 1 barrage, 2 barrage, and then 1 artillery, maybe 2. Let's see how much of that we get. Yeah, 1 more, just to be safe. Okay, and you know what? 1 more art there. And let's send it. So let's go for a nice Bullet vertical stagger drop. We'll go 1, 2, 3. And then we'll follow up with an anchor flare directly on that closest rocket launcher. Took a little bit of heat right there, but I think we can keep it together. We're going to go to a ground flare now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're also going to cover our 4-core smoke drop, and we're going to go right for our core flare as well. Bullet took an absolutely terrible path on that, but we're keeping it together. So after we activate Taunt, we're actually going to have enough for 4 shocks here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Taunt is now activated. Shocks have landed. I think I got a handful of my warriors by the machine gun, but nonetheless here, they are bringing the hammer down, and in 3, 2, 1, right as those shocks expire, actually literally a second before they expire, it looks like we are going to get the solo there, and that was pretty dope right there. And again, we were able to just tap our hero and switch our ability while we were scouting the operation. So that's a dead end 190 Machina solo. So number 1, intel counter. Number 2 is going to be being able to switch your hero ability while you are scouting a base, whether that be operation, whether that be, I believe it's the same for main island, warships, anything in general. You just have to make sure you are scouting. And the third addition, and this is something that maybe is just for max level players, or maybe not necessarily for max level players, because I think a majority, if not all players, have the option to save a troop loadout. But let's say if I want to load a crazy troop combo and save it, just because, you know, it's kicking butt and taking names, I've got my 2/6 mech warrior. Well, now if I go to my gunboat and I go to my troop loadouts, we actually have a 7th troop loadout. So I'm just going to call this Mech Hammer. And that is now my 7th troop loadout, which is bullet with taunt and a 2/6 mech warrior loadout. Will I use it? Probably not. But the fact is that there is a 7th troop loadout that you are able to use as well. So that's pretty cool, guys. 3 new additions that at least I didn't cover in my sneak peek, and that I didn't know were part of the update. And I'm not sure if most of you knew that these were part of the update as well. But number 1 is now the intel counter for your task forces. Number 2 is the ability to the ability to change your hero ability or your hero while you are scouting a layouts. Now we've got Captain Everspark with Universal Remote, but now let's say we want Dr. Kavan with Second Wind here. And now we've got Dr. Kavan with Second Wind, but maybe let's go back and go back to our original bullet with Taunt here. So the fact that you can change your hero ability or your hero while you're scouting is number 2. And then the third newest addition is the new troop loadout, or at least the 7th troop loadout, which again, I did not know was part of the update there. So some more newest additions that are coming to Boom Beach for the next seasonal campaign. We will have 2 new skins available. One of them will be a troop skin for your rifleman. It'll be the Skella Man rifleman skin. And then we've got our haunted gunboat skin as well. It's nice to see our gunboat getting a nice library of skins. And once again, these skins do perfectly fit the Halloween theme as well. So perfect skins for October: Skeleman Rifleman skin and the Haunted Gunboat skin. On top of that, we currently do have Beastly Mega Crab going on as well. And word on the street is that critters from the Critter Vats are following flares. I don't think this is something that will stick, but this is ongoing at the moment. And then, of course, we've got Boom Beach Warship Season 66 Rise of Rivalry starting on Monday, September the 30th. A lot going on in Boom Beach, and I'm looking forward to Warships. I hope you guys are too. So with all that being said, Skull Army and friends, we will officially be wrapping up today's video. I do believe it's now time to make like a Tom and cruise.
I'm an actor.
We'll catch you on the next one. Peace!